What is up, YouTube? It's Isaiah Malonson. In this video, I just want to talk about one of the most important things to ever have when you're selling over the phone, right? When you're selling over the phone, or just when you're trying to get somebody to believe in you, or you're trying to get somebody to believe in something that you have, or you're trying to sell something, whatever it is, right? I specialize in over the phone sales, but when you are selling anything, you cannot convince someone if you are not fully convinced yourself. You cannot close someone if you are not closed on yourself. All right, so in this video, I just want to go over conviction. You need conviction in order to sell, right? Some people, right, if you're working for a company, the brand is so big, the brand is so good, you don't really need to be convinced because the brand does the convincing for you. The brand is good enough to where you don't need to do convincing, right? Like Apple, or McDonald's. You don't need to, the employees there don't need to sell us on anything. We're already sold over the brand, on the brand. So, but specifically when you're wholesaling real estate, right? When you're selling over the phone, you have to be convinced. You have to have conviction in yourself and in the product. Okay, so I have some notes that I want to go over on conviction. And these are from one of the morning meetings in the Discord. This is from one of the morning meetings in December. If you want to join the Discord and you want to be a student of mine, if you want to close a wholesale deal in 90 days or less, just email me. My email is going to be in the description. Okay, so conviction. They have the problem and you have the solution, not the other way around. So many people, so many wholesalers, so many salespeople, when they get on the phone, they're in the mindset of they need the seller, right? So in wholesaling, we're calling sellers, right? Let's just call it the prospect. So many times, the salesperson, right, or the wholesaler gets on the phone with this mindset of the prospect has something that I need, right? I need the seller to accept my offer, or I need the prospect to accept my offer, when really it's the other way around. We don't need them, they need us. As soon as we have that mindset of, hey, I have a solution to your problem, right? As soon as you flip that the other way around, you're done. They're going to sense it in the phone, they're going to sense it over the phone, and you're not going to get a deal. They're going to go with someone else who is convicted, who is convinced, you know? Convicted. I mean, has conviction. Um, so they have this problem, we have the solution. They're selling their house for a reason. It's our job to find out what that reason is and to present a solution. Okay? We cater our offer to their problem. We have the solution, they have the problem, not the other way around. So many wholesalers are needy. They call up sellers needy, needy, needy. They don't, nobody likes neediness. Nobody. Seller, buyer, a romantic relationship, friends, nobody likes neediness. When you sense you're needy, like, get away. You know what I mean? So have the conviction and have the confidence that you have the solution and that you can help them, and frame it that way. Stay in that state of mind. You don't need them, they need you. And sometimes you got to remind them of that, you know? Some people want to be rude, they want to rush you, they want to get you off the phone, they want to just hear your offer. When you're here, like, no, you're not going to hear my offer because I don't have enough information to give you an offer yet. I need to find out what your problem is, right? I can give you a solution. Now, there are some times when you come across some sellers where they are desperate and they'll accept the first offer, right? It's also important to find out why is that. Okay. So find out their problem and prove to them that you have the solution. They have the problem, you have the solution, not the other way around. Stay in that mind frame. Okay. Understand the context of the situation that you are in. Clarity, right? So this is the context of, for my Discord, my students, right? I go based off of the Eric Klein sales process. We are an acquisitions manager, and our partners buy properties a lot. And my partners may or may not be interested in purchasing this one, right? And then I'm in an office and my underwriters are in the office next to me. This is the context for my students when we are calling people. Okay. So when they say hurry up and just make me an offer, we're saying, hey, totally understand, Mrs. Seller. By the end of this phone call, one or two things is going to happen. It's either going to get approved and I'm going to have an offer for you, or it's going to get denied and I'm going to have a reason why. Right. So them trying to pressure you to make an offer, be like, hey, I can't make an offer. I don't have that authority to make an offer. It's my underwriters who run all the numbers. And by the end of this phone call, it's either going to get approved or denied. And if it gets approved, they're going to give me an offer to relay back to you. Does that sound fair? Just have that when you have understand context, when you understand context and the objective. So there's a script, right? And then there's an objective, right? I say that when you understand the context, you don't have to read the script word for word. When you understand the objective, you don't have to worry about what's the next thing you're going to say, right? When you understand context and the objective completely, you don't need a script. You don't fumble over your words. You don't wonder what to say. You don't run out of things to say. As long as you understand the context and the objective. This is the context for my Discord students. That way, whenever they get an objection, I have objection handlers too that I give them that they could read word for word. But eventually, I just teach them, hey, understand the context of where you're coming from. Now you're never going to say anything that contradicts the script. Now you're never going to say anything that contradicts the context because you understand the context. You understand that you are just an acquisitions manager. You have some partners. Your partners saw the property. They wanted us, the acquisitions manager, to reach out to them to ask some qualifying questions. And by the end of this phone call, after I give that information to my underwriters, I will see if it got approved or it got denied. If it gets approved, I'll have an offer for you. If not, I'll have a reason why. Cool? Cool. So understand that, and you could flow way smoother in the sales process. Okay. The seller is your new best friend. We are there to provide a solution to their problem slash pain points. Always remember that. We're never there to just make lowball cash offers. We're there to solve their problems. Find out their problems, find out their pain points, find out what problems they're trying to solve by selling their house, and then offer a solution. Okay, we genuinely care about them and their situation. They could tell if we're being genuine or not. You want to be genuine, you want to be real. Okay, dig deep into their life and their pain, get informal and personal, right? You want to be professional, but you also want to build a genuine friendship. So sound professional, don't curse, don't be lazy, but be real with them. Just be real, be yourself. Okay, conviction and belief. Here we go. They won't believe you if you don't believe you. Okay, own it. They're not going to believe that you could really buy their house if you don't believe that you could really buy their house. We need to have that conviction about ourselves that we can get the job done. We will get the job done. So give them an offer to where you know it will be bought. Okay? They won't trust you if you don't use if you don't trust you. Use facial expressions. When I'm on the phone, I'm using facial expressions all the time. They can sense it. They can sense the genuineness. Okay, Mr. Seller, I don't know if I could see my facial expressions, right? A lot of times people say that their parents died. I'm like, mm, Mr. Seller, I am so sorry to hear that. So my facial expressions, they're gonna translate through the phone. They're gonna pick up on it. Okay, take control of the conversation and steer them in the right direction. This is a big one. This is a big one. The first 4 seconds of the phone call, Jordan Belford says the first 4 seconds, right? A lot of other people say the first second. A lot of other people say the first 30 seconds, whatever. Those first, like, initial 5 to 10 seconds of the phone call will determine everything. That is when you go in there, answer the phone, hello, boom, you take control of the conversation. You punch them in the mouth. You punch them in the mouth through the phone. That's what you literally do that, right? I tell my students it's like this. It's like this. They answer the phone, you boom, sneak attack. They're like dazed and confused, like, oh, and then you pick them up, sit them down, like, hey, Mr. Seller, this is what we're doing. I'm about to give you a presentation, okay? Okay, shake your head with me. All right, sit there. This is what's about to happen. That is what we need to do on the phone call. Every phone call. That is how we take control. We call them, they answer, boom, they're dazed and confused. Oh. Then we pick them up. It's okay, it's okay. Sit them down on the couch. It's okay, Mr. Seller. Look, my name is Isaiah. This is how this phone call is gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna give you a presentation. Are you ready? Say yes. Yes. Okay, sit there. Right, and then we take control like that. Right? They might at first say, "No, I don't know. I don't want to take control." You're like, "Mr. Seller, this is how this is gonna go." Right? If they try to say, "No, no, no," you boom, punch them in the mouth again. Sit them. You're sitting down, okay? They're like, "Okay, I guess so." You got to take control, because if not, these sellers will walk all over you. These prospects will walk all over you if you let them. That's the truth. These sellers will treat you like punks, treat you like a little kid, treat you like a little boy, treat you like you ain't nothing. They'll walk all over you, they'll curse you out, they'll hang up in your face if you do not take control of the conversation. They don't care who you are. They have a bunch of baggage from all the other wholesalers who called them before you, right? And it's our job to say, we're not like them. We're different. We're not like them. We're different. And we are going to steer you in the right direction. So, boom, punch him in the mouth first 4 seconds of the phone call, hit him with, "Hey, Mr. Seller, this is Isaiah Malone. So I'm calling you about, that's not really what I said. I'd be like, "Hey, I was calling about 123 Main Street. How you doing?" "Yeah, this is Isaiah. How you doing today?" Something like that. Okay? That's literally how I sound. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? This is Isaiah. I was actually calling you about 123 Main Street. Yeah, do you have a minute? Sweet." So hit them with that. As soon as you hit them with that, they're dazed. They're like, "Whoa, okay, I guess he is. He's calling me about 123 Main Street. I guess I'll just sit down." Right? They might try to fight back at first, like, "Yeah, I get a lot of calls like this often. You're probably just like the rest of them." That's when you'd be like, that's when you say, or "I don't work with investors." Let's that one, right? "I don't work with investors. The investors call me all the time." Hey, I completely get it, Mr. Seller. You probably get these phone calls all the time. At the end of the day, this will be an investment for me, but my partners seeing this property, they wanted me to reach out to you just to ask a few questions to see if it fits our criteria or not, right? Uh, By the end of this phone call, it's either going to get approved or denied. Um, if it gets approved, I'll have an offer for you. If not, I'll have a reason why. Is that fair? Usually, after I hit them with that, they'll say, "Yeah, that's fair. What do you got?" Or um, they'll hit me with, as soon as I take control, right? They'll fight back with, "Yeah, well, if you're not giving me what I'm asking, then it's a waste of your time." Hey, I totally get that, Mr. Seller. To be honest, I'm not the one who comes up with the offers. I'm working right next to my underwriters. They're the ones who come up with the offers for me. Okay? So by the end of this phone call, after I ask you a few qualifying questions, if it does seem like something we're interested in, they're going to have me give you an offer. Is that fair? Something like that, right? But they're always gonna some of them are gonna try to fight back. But most of the time, if you just boom, hit them with the enthusiasm, hit them with the energy, the high energy, 9 times out of 10, even if they're naturally a a-hole, it gets them out of that state, and you raise their vibration to your level. That's what it is. Like, I've done that a lot recently, of like people who I could tell they're naturally like jerks, but once I come in the phone and I just hit them with my energy, like I'm just I that it they can't fight it. They can't fight it. They're automatically on my new vibration. They're on my level now. I'm bringing them up to my level. I don't care what you've been through in the past. This is I'm not one of them. I'm him, right? I let them know that I'm him, not one of them. So, yeah, so I was just saying this. They will take advantage of you and treat you like a nobody if you let them. Show them that you are in charge, assert dominance, but make sure that they feel completely comfortable in giving you control, right? I say this like a doctor. When you go into the doctor's office, you give all of your trust to the doctor. You let him lead, you let him take control. He's could do whatever he wants. He's the doctor, right? I say if you're a guy, you're going in for a prostate exam. You only let him do that because he is the doctor. You don't let just anybody do that. You have to be in a doctor's office and he has to be wearing a doctor's uniform for that to happen. This is what we do on the phone. We bring them into our context. Hey, I'm not like them. This is where you're at. Right now, you're in an office, right? We're in an office right now. My underwriter's in the office right next to me. I'm an acquisitions manager. My partner's seen your property and they wanted me to reach out. That's what this is. Okay. Hold on. But yeah, we set that context up and we bring them into our house. This is our house. This is our spot. This is our gig, right? Sit down. You're about to go through a full presentation. And if I find out that you're not the right fit for me, then I'm gonna let you move on with your life. But this is going to be unlike any other call that you've ever been on before, period. You're my new best friend. We're friends now. That's what it is. And you give them an experience. Give them a ride of a lifetime. Give them an experience. Alex Hermosi said clarity breeds conviction, not the other way around, right? So understanding the context, you're convict. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I am convicted. I have full conviction that I could take care of these sellers and I'm unlike anybody else that they've ever talked to before. I guarantee you none of these wholesalers are calling Zillow leads like I am. I promise you. I am convinced. I am doing something that nobody else is doing. Nobody is going to be doing, nobody's doing it like me. Nobody has my Zillow script. Nobody's giving these sellers an experience like I am. I promise you. I promise you. I don't care who it is. Right? So yeah, that is my and you see the way I'm saying this now, it's because I am convicted. I am convinced that what I'm saying is true. Nobody's doing it like me. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you sound on the phone. You're not doing it like me. Straight up. I'm doing like my own thing. And like the only way that you're doing it like me is if you got my script and you go through training with me and you put in the blood, sweat, and tears to be as good as I am. Other than that, nobody's doing it like me, bro. Nobody's teaching this. Nobody's teaching what I'm teaching in my Discord. How to reach out to sellers, how to reach these Zillow leads. Come on, man. I closed 3 deals this month. Come on, had my first 10K month, bro. First 10K month from doing this, right? Took me a little bit, but to figure it out, but I figured it out. Now I'm doing it. So, yeah, man, if you want to learn in depth this, right? If you want to learn this in depth and you want to work with me one on one, do coaching every single day, one on one, be in my Discord, be a full time student, email me. My email is going to be in the description. All right. Hope you guys got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm dropping um, daily videos about wholesaling real estate, self improvement, just life in general. All right. See y'all in the next one.